pock-marked with bullets that likely came from the muskets of Parliamentarian troops bound for the very first battle of the English Civil War. The remains of a medieval gatehouse have been uncovered in England. According to archaeologists digging for the HS2 high-speed rail project, this may be evidence of the action that kicked off the Civil War. The Wessex archaeology team associated with the HS2 project has recently wrapped up excavations at the historic Coleshill Manor. The latest find of the stone bases of two towers from a fortified late medieval gatehouse that archaeologists are treating as possible evidence of the first skirmish of the English Civil War would have to rank at the very top. The medieval gatehouse and its likely connection with the Civil War. Finding the gatehouse came as a real surprise to the archaeologists, since the only historical documentation of its existence was a passing mention in 17th century records. It was a much more impressive structure than this meager account had led historians to believe. The gatehouse probably led to a drawbridge over a moat. Medievalist.net reported that it consisted in a large stone building to the back, measuring 10 meters by 10 meters, with two heavily fortified angular towers. It was built of ashlar masonry with uniformly carved stone blocks. It fell into disuse in the 1650s and was torn down in the late 17th century to be replaced by a more modern manor, courtyard, and gardens. The archaeologists of the HS2 team know that the Roundheads would have passed close to the manor on their way to Kerdworth Bridge. With its strategic location, seizing command of the manor would undoubtedly have been advantageous for the Roundheads. However, with history recording only the major battles, from here on the reconstruction of events passes into the realm of speculation and conjecture. Coleshill Manor and battle for Kerdworth Bridge. The English Civil War was a series of engagements and political maneuvering between the royalist forces of Charles I and Oliver Cromwell's Parliamentarian forces, also known as the Roundheads. It lasted from 1642 to 1651 and resulted in a short-lived victory for the Parliament until the restoration of the monarchy in 1660 under Charles II. Did the Roundheads really stop at Coleshill Manor? And was it the scene of the first skirmish of the Civil War? The evidence of the almost 200 impact marks from pistol shots and musket balls on the outer wall of the gatehouse would certainly seem to suggest so. As when the over 40 musket balls recovered from the nearby soil, which would once have been the moat of the manor, the Centre Daily Times explained. However, historians caution that the bullet-peppered walls of the gatehouse may simply be evidence of routine target practice. According to The Guardian, Stuart Pearson explained that not only does the medieval gatehouse discovery have the potential to rewrite the history of start of the English Civil War, but it can also tell us more about how people at large, who may not necessarily have been involved in the war, lived through it.